What's poppin' T Squad? It's your girl Keisha, and I'm here with my all tea, all shade, love and marriage Huntsville season 3, episode 1 review. Lord have mercy, they came back with a bang. This is how you come back with a bang. They should have never let Carlos King leave Real Housewives of Atlanta because he is bringing it with Love and Marriage Huntsville and Bell Collective. Both shows have been bringing their A game. I have to tell you right off the bat that I give the season premiere of Love and Marriage Huntsville an A plus. They came back and they were not taking no shorts. Let's just get back into this review because I got so much to say. So the episode starts off with Maurice. He has started a black business town hall, and he has a few people from Huntsville there to just talk about businesses and how they can help each other. And everybody is there except for Melody and Martell, who are going through a lot, and it's been all over town that they're what? This boy ain't walked past me in the 2 hours I've been in this living room. As soon as I start filming, here he go. Who Jesus, I'm happy I only had one. Lord Jesus, I feel sorry for you people out there with more than one child. And he's a grown man. Anywho, so they have been going through a lot, and it has been all over town that they are going through it, and their divorce is looming. So Melody has been staying in Atlanta with her brother, who got somebody yada 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 yada. Her brother body is everything. I don't think he like me nor you, meaning of the female persuasion, but he got a nice body. Melody tells him that she has filed for divorce. You need to put a candle in that room because it smells like onions in there, by the way. Young sir, Kyrese, did you hear me? Yeah, it still does. You need to spray in there. Ugh. You need to spray and turn the candle on, or maybe light the candle. But anywho, back to my review. Melody, like I said, has told him that she has filed for divorce, and I was like, "Bout mother." Oh, I want to curse so bad, but I can't because they've been demonetizing my stuff. But anywho, they getting a divorce, and I was like, "Bout freaking time, girlfriend, because you need to drop that zero and get you a hero." So Marcus asks what brought her to this point finally, and she says that, during the pandemic, this boy is literally crawling on the floor so he won't be on camera. You are a coon. Get up and get out of here. You ain't even on camera no more for sliding across the floor. I wish they could see you. Oh God, I cannot stand him. You are freaking cool. Kyrese, get off the floor. You weirdo. Anywho, so she says that during the pandemic he would leave for hours on end. So he was out there sticking his peen in other women still, obviously. He must have still, obviously still been messing with Andrea or Adrian or whatever the side girl name is. So she feels like her kids are stuck in the middle, which they are, and she starts to cry. And I feel bad for Mel, but, it's better late than never. Like, so happy that she's finally gotten the backbone to leave this fool. So Melody says, I'm not going to change who I am and my expectations. I'm not going to be down for no open marriage. And I was like, you better speak a word. You was already in a open marriage long enough. It's time to put an end to that bull wang and go on about your business. Women have to learn how to treat people, teach people how to treat them. And she set a poor example for the way that she wanted him to treat her. That's why he did the things that he did, because she allowed it for so long. But I'm so happy now that she has come to the point where she has put her foot down and, realized her worth and realized that she don't have to put up with this just to have somebody in her life. She gave him a chance. It didn't work out. Let him go on to be with whoever he wants to be with, do whatever he want to do, have sex with whoever he want to have sex with, because, first of all, there are very two traumatized people who have daddy issues. That was something that was discussed last season, that they're both suffering from traumas from their fathers. But that dango Martell is really going through some stuff mentally. He has some really bad traumas that man is dealing with that has created the monster that he is today. But we'll talk about that more in a second. So Mel says that he's made it clear that he won't leave the house. That's why she's always left in the past. And I think that's such crap that you cheat on me, do all this stuff, get girls pregnant, but then you want to be the one to act like you're the victim and I got to leave my house. But when we in a marriage, you ain't even trying to be here. When you trying to go see her, you ain't coming home. And ooh, Jesus, I don't know how y'all do it with these Negroes. Let me take this earring off because it keep on trying to slip off, child. That ain't nothing but the devil. So, Melody says that she's ready to, however, go back to Huntsville to resume her life. And her brother says that he'll go down there with her to help her pack his stuff. And I was like, see, that's a brother for me. Yes, that's what you do. You ride or die for your sis. So Martell is home with the kids and says that Mel being in Atlanta is a little tough because he can't find a babysitter when he needs to do work. Well, if you wouldn't have taken your wife for granted, now you see how it feels to be basically a single parent. You up here acting like you struggling to take care of your kids. Where your mom at? Why your mom ain't help you? Where the side chick at? Why she ain't over there helping you with the kids? Where she at? Living her best life? Oh, okay. So he up there looking like Django Unchained in his confessional, old country nigga. Cannot stand this man looking like he the extra in Purple Rain. Like these old slave suits that he wearing, but that slave suit is a perfect representation of who he is, a coon. So the mama come over there to visit him with this stringy bob, and I was like, it's the bob for me. It's the bob for me. I said it's stringy and oily and it's a no for me. Stiff wear, nowhere, stiff wear, because it was only like 4 tracks in that bob, girl. So she asks, is Mel still gone? And he was like, yeah. And she says that she hates to see them living separate. And I was like, well, mama, this the best for everybody. So he tells her that they're getting a divorce. And the mama is like stunned because, she doesn't want this because she loves Mel. But the mama says, so when you get a divorce, what you gonna do? Because you already complained about how it's already hard for you to take care of 4 kids by yourself. And he was like, well, I'm gonna get help. I'm gonna get somebody to come help me. And, the mama says, you started all this. You brought it to my attention and I talked to you, but you chose to do it again. And now it's all on you. And I was like, you know what? Even though the mama, her look a mess, I can honestly say that I'm so happy to see a black mother, especially on reality television, that is not coddling her son and making excuses for his piss poor behavior, and that she held him accountable for being the crappy husband that he is. And I was like, you know what, mama? Your hair is stringy, but I mess with you, mama. I really do, because I'm so happy that, because, we have seen mamas on these shows that act like they sons can't do no wrong, and I'm so happy that she held his feet to the fire. I love that about the mama. So Martell says she was no longer taking care of me. That's what caused me to step out. He's still trying to go along with this narrative like Mel pushed him to cheat or made him cheat. Like, did nobody make you do anything? If you weren't happy in your relationship anymore, then you should have filed for divorce and moved on with your life. There was no reason for you to go out there and cheat on this woman numerous times with the same woman at that. If you wanted to be with this Adrian Curry girl so bad, you should have left her and went to be with her. So the mama says, when we do take care of y'all still step out. So it really don't matter. You just like your daddy. And you can tell by the look on his face that was like the worst thing that anybody could ever say to him. You bring up that daddy and say that he anything like his father, that's what hurt him. You could tell his face dropped, and he paused. He was like, "Okay, I'm glad you know that," because he couldn't even figure out nothing else to say smart back. First of all, and I don't think that he would really disrespect his mama, but you can tell her saying that really hurt, considering that his daddy was a deadbeat father and wasn't there for him. And you're exactly like your father. Yeah, you might be present in your kid's life, but the examples that you're setting for them are still the wrong example and a bad example of what a man is supposed to be. And the issues that Martell is dealing with is, the neglect from his father not being there for him. Like I said to y'all, growing up, it is obvious that Martell was a lame growing up. He was funny looking, the big ears. You can tell he wasn't cute back in the day. He was one of them people that had to grow into his looks and his features. He was looked like he was poor growing up. He was arrested back in the day for robbery and stuff with his family. You can tell he tried to get it how he lived back in the day. And he was one of them people that grew into himself, grew into his looks, came across a little bit of money, and he started feeling himself. He really honestly did. And with the whole sexual thing that he keeps on going on, I feel like not only is he suffering from low self-esteem for probably being bullied and made fun of as a kid and his father not being there, but I also feel like something may have happened to him as a child where somebody touched on him inappropriately, whether it be male or female, but it's something with that man why he always bringing up sex and why it's always this sex. You can tell it's something disturbing about him. And the narcissism and the way that he thinks and behaves, I really feel like something happened to him that he is trying to cover up. I really honestly do. I'm not no psychic. I'm not no therapist, no psychiatric therapist, nurse, whatever, but it's something going on with that man. You can tell that he has experienced some type of extreme trauma that he is trying to block out, and it's more than just daddy issues. The mama tell him, no, Martell says, having 4 kids is hard. No, I'm sorry, I missed the whole point. So Martell in his confessional say, I hope my mom would see my side instead of Mel's, but she thinks of Mel like she's her daughter. No, she's a woman and she knows how men do, and she just not going to sit up there and side with you because you're her son. Period, poo. So Martell says, having 4 kids is tough. And the mama say, that's what you wanted, so handle it. And I was like, you better, mama, you better. So Tisha is back at home full time with the children because of COVID. So the roles have gone back to the way that they were in her relationship. And it seems like Marsau is loving it. So she tries to explain to her kids about homeschool and how this whole thing gonna work because, she in school too. And just like everybody else in her life, her kids don't see it for her either. Them kids look like, girl, get your dingy butt out my face. Them kids cannot stand her. But I can say one thing, her girl's hair is everything. So full and natural. Loved her baby's girl's hair. So Marsau comes down to start his day and they kiss each other. And he tells her that, since she hasn't been able to work with him as much lately, that he needs an assistant that likes health and fitness. I'm like, what does her body have to do with her being your assistant? See, like, this the stuff I can't deal with. These men on this show tap at my nerve, child. And so at least I can give it to Tisha. She done grew a little bit of a backbone and started, giving him what he gives her. And she was like, well, if that's the case, two can play that game. I need me a Manny then. And he was like, a Manny? I'm not paying for no Manny. And he was like, if you mess up, make sure you mess up. Like, if you step out on me, make sure it's worth it. And Tisha was like, oh, I always go higher. And I was like, okay, Tisha. And Marsau was like, it'll be pretty hard to go higher than me. Girl, Bernie and Ert is higher than you. Pizza Rat is higher than you. Roaches is higher than you. You look like the Grinch, sir. You look like the Grinch that stole Christmas. There is nothing attractive about that man. I don't see it for him. Like, you can tell he was a lame too. Like, ugh. And then they said he used to be fat and he lost a whole bunch of weight. Like, girl, you get these Negroes a little bit of self-esteem and they don't know what to do with themselves. Boy, every time he say something slick to me, I'll pull out my phone and show him an old picture of himself and say, humble thyself, sir. Have several. Let's bring you back down 2 size. So they bring up the Holtz because, and I was so happy that Melody didn't even bring them fools up this episode to really show that they're always on their mind. You're always on my mind all the time. Ooh, 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 on my mind. You know what I gotta listen to SWV. Thinking about you, I can't stop thinking about you. That was they need to do a verses with SWV and somebody. I don't know who, but it needs to happen ASAP. So anywho, Tisha said Mel finally built the courage to file for divorce. And I'm like, you want to be like Mel so bad, you going to file for divorce next too. Mark my words. She going to file for divorce too. So Tisha says that she didn't see it coming. Okay, girl. Everybody saw that divorce coming. Marsau says in his confessional, I think Mel would have been able to forgive him had it not been everybody else's. Had it not been everybody's business. I don't think that's necessarily true. I think that especially last season, you could tell that Mel was getting fed up. Like, it's only but so much a person can take unless you just an absolute absolute complete fool that with no type of sense. Like, no, I think that she was gonna leave him eventually. I really did. But it's always like that in these types of situations with people like Mel and Martell. He was never gonna leave her. She was gonna be the one that had to leave him. He was never gonna leave her for that other girl. If he could have, he would have stayed with both of them because he wants both of them. He loves both of them. He don't want to let either one of them go. And the fact that Mel has finally taken herself out of the fight, he is losing his mind behind it. He is losing his mind because he is the one that never thought that she was going to finally find the courage to leave because she stayed for so long. But like I said, we'll talk about that in a minute. So, Tisha said, so you think other people is why she's divorcing him? He was like, absolutely, absolutely. So Destiny and LeBaric, which I hate that name, that man name. I don't even know how to spell it. When I take my notes, I spell that man name LeBrick. So they moved into their new house, and Martell's comes by to see her, and she's shocked because she normally only sees him with Mel, and her and Mel have grown extremely close. So he asks about LeBaric helping her with the baby and everything, and she's basically like, I do most of the work. And I was like, girl, red flag number one. But I mean, nah, this ain't even red flag number one. This red flag number 2, 3, 4, 5 with Destiny and LeBaric, because we all can see with our two eyes, with these two brown eyes, that marriage ain't gonna last worth nothing. He asks about LeBaric. I'm sorry. So he tells her that him and Mel are getting a divorce, and that he can't take the verbal abuse from her anymore. And Destiny look at him like, I know you lying, Negro, please. And we always looking at the television like, is this boy for real? And at this point, I realized, oh, okay. So Martell is about to do exactly what he did to the Adrian girl when he was calling her a peasant and saying she didn't mean anything and slandering her all on television. Oh, okay. He's about to do the same thing to Mel to make her look bad, to try to get the cast on his side, to ostracize her, and to make Adrian, or whatever her name is, feel good about the situation because now he's running over there to be with her now. Oh, okay. I see you. We see each other, sir. And you're so lame. You're so whack. So, Martell in his confessional says, I see who Melody really is. Her heart isn't good. All of a sudden now her heart ain't good, but you was with her for all these years and laid down and had 4 kids with her. Okay, fool. So Martell says, our divorce might go left real quick because of certain things I'm asking for. So you make sure you never choose Melody over Martell because we got the 20 plus years of history. First of all, what man talk like this? What grown man, okay, with testosterone and balls talks like this, telling another woman at that to make sure that you choose me in the friendship? He is a whole female. He really is a female out here in these streets. And I said that about him last season. The way he acts, he has female tendencies. Like, how you doing? So Destiny says, that's not fair. And I was so happy with the way Destiny handles him. Like, Destiny might be a fool in her own relationship, but I love the way she get these Negroes together. Martell says Melody, too, did a lot of wrong. We're equal. So now he's trying to paint the picture that Melody was out here cheating on him. Okay. We went over that on Spill the Tea months ago when all of that was going down in real time. So Destiny says, you're insinuating she's seeing somebody else? He was like, oh, I'm not insinuating anything. I know she is. I got all the text messages. Okay, sis. All right, girlfriend. Bring them out. Bring them out. It's hard to yell when them barrels in your mouth. Okay. So Martell in his confessional says every time Martell Holt does something, she runs to social media. First of all, anybody that talk about themselves in third person is a sociopath. We've discussed this on this channel. He's crazy. So she says every time Martell Holt does something, she runs to social media. She runs to TV, but I haven't done that. Yes, you did. You did it all summer. But I'm about to, though. Like, once again, you a girl, but I'm about to, though. I'm about to spray her, girl. Like, where is your bra? Like, girl, pick up your panties, sis. So Destiny says after everything she's dealt with, left took you back, left, took you back. I can understand where she coming from. Martell say, people think, oh, Mel, she took me back. I wouldn't say that. She never stopped disrespecting me. She got better in some areas in terms of sexual things. And I'm like, once again, this sexual stuff keep on coming up, because that's the only thing that he can say about her is supposedly that she wasn't satisfying him in the bedroom anymore. Nothing else that she's done but this sexual stuff. I feel like he has this sexual libido because, once again, he's trying to overcome some type of childhood trauma that he had. Something is going on with that man. So Destiny's eyes book at this point. Like, I know this man is not sitting up here saying this disrespectful stuff to me and on camera. And yes, he was, because he's a whole female. So Martell says, but Melody being like a person to me is kind of tough. And Destiny says, she's too much woman for you. And I was like, you better work, Destiny. You better have your friend back. And Martell's like, I mean, she might be. I need to be in that Marsau role, like stay in your place. And I was like, once again, you taking digs at Tisha and Marsau. And what makes you think that somebody to sit up here and do what you say to do and let you go just run the streets and treat them any kind of way? Because you a fool if you think that this Adrian girl about to be your fool. Because that Adrian girl that you've been cheating on her with about to be your downfall. She about to run over this fool. She about to take him for everything she got. She about to be out here messing with other men and have this man going crazy. But who really is gonna be his payback is Mel. Watch what I say. So where was I at? Destiny says, yeah, that ain't gonna work. So basically, you can't take what you put out. No, he can't. Martell says, it's a reason that I cheated on Melody. Once again, trying to make everything her fault because he doesn't want to take responsibility for what he's done. Destiny says, there's never a reason. And then this man had the gall to say to her in her face and in her house, see, that's your problem. You'll mess around and get cheated on. Who you talking to? I would have been like, cut. Scene over. What? So Destiny say, that's my problem. He was like, it's gonna be your problem. Girl, at that point, I would have told him, if you don't get your big bald head ass out of my motherfucking house, I don't know who the hell you think you talking to, sir, but you got this one over here messed up. You ain't gonna disrespect me, fool. I don't give a crap about this show. So Destiny says, don't say somebody caused you to take your pants down and cheat with another woman. You could have taken a different action. I was like, exactly. You did what you wanted to do. You wanted your cake and you wanted to eat it too. So Tisha and Marsau are at their little strip mall. You know, they working on their lounges and everything is starting to come together really nice. And Marsau sees on the internet that Biden at that point had, brought on Kamala to be his vice president nominee. So, Tisha was just talking about how it's such a good thing and how she was talking to their girls about how they can do and be anything that they wanted to be. And it dawns on him that, him being sexist, yeah, it could be funny, but he might need to work on that for his daughters. And I was like, you think, you fool? So in walks Martell. And I was like, he's so fake. He's so fake. He just like a fake female that when you fall out with a certain backstabbing hoe that was never your friend, how all of a sudden now they want to befriend the op, the same person that y'all didn't like together. As soon as y'all fall out, now they want to go be friends with the people that y'all wasn't cool with. Girl, he is such a girl. So Martell says, our friendship was real. I've been very upset because you guys said things about my family. I'm not knowing what my wife doing. So basically, he trying to say that Mel was planning stuff in his ear, trying to turn him away from from Tisha and Marsau. I'm like, this boy is nuts. He is nuts. All last season, when Mel was trying to squash everything with them, you was the main one. I don't never want to film with them. I ain't got nothing to say to them and this, and that. Now all of a sudden, it was Mel feeding you all this false information and things. Boy, get out of here. You so lame. Oh, lame ass nigga. So Tisha says, you made comments that affected our marriage. And Martell says, the women thing? And she was like, yeah. So Martell in his confessional says, even though I was misled by Mel, I did say some things out my mouth. So Marsau says, as a friend, that hurt me. And Martell says, I felt like that and vice versa. So if this is what an apology is or something like that, he says. And Marsau was like, no, that's not an apology. Like, can you say you sorry? This man couldn't even get I'm sorry out. He's like, I mean, I do apologize. And dang on well, he don't mean what he's saying. He just trying to, like I said, rally everybody else to be on his side and to ostracize Mel, to hurt her, because she ain't featuring him no more. And he can't handle it. He's trying to do anything to get her attention. So Melody is back in town and looking great, feeling great, and she calls up her girl Destiny. I'm really loving her and Destiny's friendship. I feel like Destiny is a real one when it comes to friendships. Now, last season she pissed us off with the way that she came at oh girl, I can't think of a name right now. But I like her and Mel's friendship, however. So Destiny says in her confessional that, I'm not going to even bring up that mess that Martell said about her. And I was like, see, that's a real one too, because she just got back in town. Like, she don't need to be hearing all that. So, or at least I wouldn't even tell her on camera. I wait till the cameras go off and then tell her over the phone so she can really get to cussing. So she tells Mel to come over so they can exercise together, because she trying to get her snap back. Mel goes to change and comes out, and that body, Audie is back in prime real estate. Her body is back to the way it was before she had her last baby, and after having 4 kids, she looks excellent. And I was like, you better serve the girls, Melody. So Melody says, I called Martell and told him, you're the one who messed up, so you need to get out the house. And Destiny says, I don't feel like men compromise as much as we do. Like, even with me and the baby, I do most of the work. And Mel was like, hold on, so LeBerg don't help you? And Destiny was like, he helps. And Mel was like, okay, the way you said the dance is no. And I was like, exactly. Like, stop trying to make excuses for this man. Like, he has shown her so many red flags that this relationship is not going to work. He ain't even helping you with your baby, your newborn baby. Girl, why did y'all get married to each other? I feel like they got married because they felt like that was the next natural step to do, because they have been together for so long. But they are obviously incompatible. Like, I don't understand why they're together. Like, their relationship makes no sense. So, Melody in her confessional says, if Destiny don't nip this in the bud, now she may end up like me. And I was like, you're very much right. You're very much right about that. And Destiny even says, I feel like he's checked out. Y'all just got married. How was he already checked out? But it all makes sense because y'all was living separately. Y'all wasn't even living in the same place before then. So he had probably already checked out. So Mel says, our anniversary came and went, and the next day he gonna call me and say, Mel, why you ain't calling, tell me happy anniversary? That's that conceited, arrogant shit. You pushed me out the city, out my home. I was with you when you had crooked teeth, a receding hairline, and no damn money in the bank. And I was like, basically, when he looked like y'all son. Basically, like, don't see no shade, but y'all know that little boy funny looking as hell, and he is exactly how Martell used to look like growing up. I'm telling you, he looked just like that little boy growing up, and he got teased and picked on for them big ears, and he was funny looking as a kid, and he finally grew up to be who he is now. And now he shaved his head, got them teeth fixed, and got a couple of muscles, and don't know what to do with himself. But okay, girl, go on. So Mel goes home, and she walks in, and he's like, hi, Mel, how you doing? And she was like, hi, Marcia, how you doing? And he was like, you need me help with your suitcase? She was like, no, but you need me to help you with yours. I was like, give it to him, Mel. So Martell was like, no, I haven't gotten my stuff together yet. She was like, wow, you knew I was coming today. We already discussed this. And this is what Negroes do when they still want you and they trying to get your attention, because he ain't trying to leave that house, because he want to still be in that house with you, and he trying to see if he going to be able to get back in. And she is over and done. You can tell when a woman is finally done, and Melody is done. This ain't like the other seasons. She's done. And that fool don't know what to do with himself. He is scared. SHITLESS. So Martell says, we need to talk about some things. Speak to your kids before you come trying. And I was like, who you boy? So the kids, he called the kids down. She hugged and kissed her babies, because they made a schedule where he had the kids for 2 weeks and then she has the kids for 2 weeks. So Martell said, so the kids can, so she hugs and kisses the kids go off and they sit down and talk. And Martell said, so the kids can just be in one house. You can go to the other house for 2 weeks and then we can just switch. No. And Mel was like, no, I don't want to go over there. The agreement was you gonna go over there. And I was like, why should she have to leave her house? You need to go over there since you want to be the bachelor. You got a whole bachelor's crib that you can go over there and lay up and do whatever you want to do. So Martell says, I'll move out tomorrow. And she was like, you a lie. Boy, please, don't drag your feet on this like you dragged your feet on everything else, divorce included. And I was like, exactly. And see, this is what he wanted. He wanted to start an argument with her because he wanted to get under her skin because he sees that she is not feeling him no more, and he's doing everything that he can to try to get her attention. This is what people do when the I'm sorry's and the pleading and the begging and the flowers and the candies and the gifts ain't working no more. Then they start to pick at you, to nip at you to see if that'll work. They try to do anything to get your attention, to get some type of rise out of you to see if you still care, and she does not. And I was disappointed in Mel because she fell right into his trap, and he knows how to get to her, and that was through the kids because nothing else is working at this point. So he said certain things I didn't agree with in your paperwork, like homeschool. What I put in my paperwork is for Martell to have full custody of the kids. And that's when Mel snapped. That's when her emotions came in because he knows that girl loves her kids. And he knew he had messed up as soon as he said it because he started to backtrack and his voice started quivering because he knew he had went too far. And she was like, I'll knock you in your motherfucking face. I was like, you know, she was not playing. She meant every word when she said that. She said, I haven't seen that in no paperwork. What are you talking about? And Martell says, stop talking like this. Stop talking like, because he was trying to calm her down because he knew she went too far because his goal was for him to stay there that night so he could try to creep up in the bed with her probably. And so Melly said, shut up. You fake as hell. You been texting me saying I want my family. Let's move away. I don't want a divorce. Am I lying? And Martell was like, no. And I was like, yeah, you know that's what you really want and what you really feel. Meanwhile, this whole time, you over there still laying up with the other girl and got her pregnant, but you still telling me that you want to be with me. Boy, get out of here. So he was like, I want to do what's best for my kids. And so Mel said, I can't believe you just said that. Get the F out. And then Martell said, I don't want my kids around it. So see, you see, he steady trying to dig at her, even though he knew he went too far. He knew that what he said was messed up. And now he's trying to get a rise out of her so he can have something to say, to be conniving, to say, see how she act around our kids doing all this cussing and screaming, but anybody would be mad. But like I said, she shouldn't even gave him that. When he brought up that kid stuff about how you want full custody, I would have said, okay, you want full custody, well, let's take it to court. But at the end of the day, you getting up out of here today. I wouldn't even gave him that type of energy to be screaming and hollering at him because that's exactly what he wanted. So Mel says, no, I don't want my kids around you and that B. And he was like, what about the text message I have on my phone? She was like, what text message? Wasn't nothing going on between me and him. I ain't have our kids around him. She was like, don't be making SHIT up. Get out. And that was the end of the episode, child. Child, it's about to be a mess. Based on the previews of what's going to be going on this season, Mel done got her a new thing, and he is going to lose his mind. And like I said, Melody moving on with her new body and all her business opportunities, and she get her a man, another man that's going to boss up and that's going to be 10 times better than him. Martell is going to slit his wrist sideways because he already know that little girl over there ain't about nothing. He already know that. She cute but can probably sex him good, but that's about it. That's about it. He'll never be able to recreate business-wise what he created with Mel, with this new girl. It's never going to happen. They both going to be cheating on each other, or one going to be cheating on the other, because how you get them is how you lose them and how you keep them. So that's going to be the death of him, baby. Seeing Mel move on and boss up on that girl, I can't wait. But I'm so proud of Mel, so proud of Mel. Team Mel all day, every day. Loved her energy. Loved the energy that she coming with this season. Like I said, I give tonight's episode an A+. Loved it. Tomorrow I'll be going live to do a makeup tutorial. I think I'll be going live about 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So make sure you guys tune in. The video will be up. I'll save it to my channel. I'm going to do a full face using black-owned products. So get ready for that tomorrow. tomorrow. As you can see, I've gone lavender with my hair, and I love it. Make sure you guys check out my Amazon storefront, and if you want to get a book box for my upcoming book Dream 2, the purchase link is down below in the description box. I love you guys. Thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.